his wife, Kelly, when I met her, and my wife was there too as well, she goes, I have to tell you, Chris is never going to tell you, but I know you love country music, DJ. He sings country music too. And I went, you do? And I love telling this story because usually when I hear stuff like that, oh, an up-and-comer, oh, good for you. And however I could help you, I'm here to help. However, yeah, absolutely.
Can you follow me on
Instagram? You want a picture too? I'll follow. What's your handle? Sure.
I'm Heather with Audacy Country with two very unlikely, friends here. Chris Janson and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Gentlemen, how are you?
We are fabulous.
Great. We are great. Thank you.
Chris has a new single, What You See Is What You Get, just climbing up the charts. I'm calling it now Song of the Summer.
Oh, thank you.
But today, the video dropped, and you could have got, just an extra to be in your video, but you decided to get The Rock. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Well, more like he decided that he would do it, and I appreciate that. We're friends, and I just want to be clear, and I mean this, and he knows this. I don't do things for the show of it. I don't do things just to benefit me secretly. I did this, and I asked him because we're real friends, and I thought it made sense. And I figured that he would probably like it because he's a what you see is what you get kind of guy. We have a what you see is what you get friendship, and that's what it all started about. We didn't, we didn't learn to shuck and jive in the parking lot when we met each other by what you did or what I did or what we did. It was like, hey, man, these are really two guys who actually get along for the right reasons, and then everything else just falls into place. And so we started the video. I didn't start it with him, by the way. I asked him midway in because I was like, I would just like to get him in. It just feels right on my heart.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask. He's very busy. If he can do it, cool. And if not, it's no big deal. He said, send me the song. So I sent it to him. He hit me right back. Love to do it. And it was really life-changing. I mean, it really was. And not to mention, the video is really fun. It's unscripted. We're having a ball in it. You'll see. We're having a ball. It's we just really are. We're cutting donuts. I haven't cut donuts in forever. And to get him to do it with him, and he said, he goes, you want to drive? I said, you want to drive? I said, yeah, you drive. So it was fabulous. And I just love this guy. I really do. And it's not, you're welcome. And it's, it's not for show. It's not for show. It's,
you met in a parking lot?
We did. We met in the parking lot, and we were waiting for our cars to come around at valet, and I get a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and he said, hey, DJ, my name is Chris. I'd like to introduce you to my son, and can my son take a picture with you? I said, yeah, absolutely. Took a picture. We start chatting because we're waiting for our cars to come around, and I love telling this story because it's a reflection, I believe, of Chris and his humility and his grace and who he is as a human being. Now, what I mean by that is usually when I meet other people who are celebrities in their own right from whatever industry, I'm going to know within about a minute.
Yeah.
They're going to find a way to tell me,
yeah.
Even if I don't recognize them. Yep. They will find a way to tell me, not a problem, I appreciate it, and tell me more. I had no idea who Chris was. Chris didn't tell me. We're talking for 10 minutes and then 15 minutes. And finally, his wife, Kelly, when I met her, and my wife was there too as well, she goes, I have to tell you, Chris is never going to tell you, but I know you love country music, DJ. He sings country music too. And I went, you do? And I love telling this story because usually when I hear stuff like that, oh, an up-and-comer, oh, good for you. And however I could help you, I'm here to help. However, yeah, absolutely.
Can you follow me on
Instagram? You want a picture too? I'll follow. What's your handle? Sure. And come to find out, we have these crazy stories about Nashville, and I tried to get into Tootsie's when I was 15 to become a singer. They kicked me out, rightfully so. He tries to get in at 19. He gets in. He, of course, goes on to become this big country star. But also, you come to find out, he writes for Hank Jr. I love Hank Jr. By the time I was 8, I sang every Hank Jr. song and a lot of Hank Sr. songs. And he's the youngest member of the Opry. Just blew my mind. All of this, by the way, it was like pulling teeth to get him to tell me. And it was really amazing. And I thought it was a really beautiful moment. And I think that is what anchors our friendship because, as Chris likes to say, it didn't start off with, hey, I do this, what do you do? I've done this, what do you do?
Sure.
It just started off as just two dudes in a parking lot And I happened to say, yeah, I love country music. We just start singing, and before you know it, 45 minutes later, we tell the valet guys, yeah, just put our cars over there. We're not done yet.
I was going to ask, was the valet upset? Guys, can you move it along, for crying out loud?
They were not, but it's funny. I think I probably could speak on DJ's behalf as well. We're not really like valet type guys.
Yeah.
So if there were an option to park my own car, I probably would have. Yeah. And same with his truck. But I'd like to add to, and I really appreciate him telling the story because I'm always just of the belief of treating people as you want to be treated, no matter who they are. And I naturally treated DJ the same way that I would treat, the guy that I'm buying my gas from or just whatever. It doesn't really matter, just because everybody is a human at the end of the day. And I always have remembered as well, which was full confirmation that when you are in the celebrity limelight, no matter what level you're at or what level of life you're at, even if you're not a celebrity, you always need to keep the humility. It's a great talking point of remembering that in every place you go, not everybody's going to know who you are, and so what matters in that moment, what defines that moment, is how you acted in that moment. Yeah. Whether they knew you or not. What if he did and he was pretending he didn't, and then I just acted some other way? But he got the real deal, Chris Janson, and I got the real deal, DJ, and that's why our friendship is real, and that's why we're sitting here today, and that's why the video happened, because it was very authentic, and it continues to be authentic. And not to mention, at the end of the day, we're just good old boys, man. And, we got in a truck and we cut some donuts. We slapped on some Bass Pro hats and had some cold drinks and had a good time and rode around and listened to What You See Is What You Get. And then we listened to some Hank Jr. and we did our deal. And we just had a good Texas time and enjoyed life. And that's what we're doing. And I know that we hope to inspire people. When you watch the video, yes, it's fun. Yes, it's awesome. And holy crap, I can't believe it's happening. But we hope to inspire people that, hope to inspire everybody in America, young, old, no matter what walk of life you come from, that the American dream is alive and well, that you can do it. And may I say this, that if you don't dream big, you can't win big. If you don't bet on yourself every time, 100% of the time, as I've heard him say before, nobody would bet on you either. And you know what? People say, I can't believe you got The Rock to join you. Well, quite frankly, if you don't ask, you can't receive. And what's the worst that could happen in life? Somebody could tell you no, you just kick down another door and go on through it. So, God is good, and as he always says, spread the good mana, and I always say spread the good vibes, and that's what we're all about.
Oh, my goodness.
And really quickly, I just have to say this, and I know we have to wrap here in a second, but it's a story I got to tell. So when I meet Chris, and we spend 45 minutes in the parking lot, he has a beautiful family, and we walk away, me and my wife, we drive away, and I was like, did that really happen? Like, did I just get invited to the Opry with this man? And he knows Hank Williams Jr. and he writes for him and all this. It all felt surreal. So I said, I got to go home and Google. That's what you do. So I go home and Google Chris, and it all comes up. There's the proof, right? The rubber is hitting the road. And then I happened to look at his induction as a Grand Ole Opry member with Garth Brooks. 25 minutes later, I'm crying. I'm sending him a message. Yeah. I was like, brother, I can't believe what I'm watching. So anyway, I was just that, as we have been saying, God, the universe, puts people in your life at the right time where you need it to happen. So I loved giving him his flowers in that way. Because everyone who I come in contact with, generally, again, they'll make sure that I know what they do and who they are, but not this guy.
I love this brotherhood that you guys have formed. Have you ever thought, Chris, about giving The Rock a noogie? Just
or a suplex or just anything. It's so funny. The answer is no, because anybody who has the guts to even stand up to this guy, I don't even want to be friends with that person. No, the answer is no. But on a serious note, it's so funny because I was telling him earlier, he didn't even. Today, we have, in real time, we have found out things about each other, continue to find things out about each other we didn't know. And he didn't know that I grew up inherently a wrestling fan, because when you are from America in the Midwest and you're growing up in the rural, especially I grew up in like a lower class thing, right? Like I grew up in a trailer park. We were blue collar people, but nothing wrong with that. It was really amazing and it made me who I am. But man, we were never 30 steps away from the sound of WWE or wrestling or you know, or what have you. And even before you smelling what The Rock's cooking, man, like I was saying, he said, you know, some of the earliest buddies he had in wrestling were the Nasty Boys and things like that, and Hacksaw Jim Dugan and Rocky Johnson, his father, and all the greats, right? The characters of all time that you remember, the Jake the Snakes, the Razor Ramones, all these guys, Ric Flair's. That was the sound of my childhood.
Yeah.
So we grew up very similar in that way too, and didn't even know it. And I would never give a pro wrestler a noogie because he's incredibly strong. And now I'm a spider monkey when I fight. Okay.
Oh, scrappy.
So
you scrappy.
Which, sitting here thinking right here on Audacy exclusive, may want to say that my new wrestling name may be the Spider Monkey. But just want to say no. But it's been fabulous. And you know, the good thing is like I love that music is the universal language, Heather. I love that music is the universal language. It brought us together. It's a very special bond that we share. And it's something that, you know, people usually meet, they lose touch, and that's it. We kept in touch since 2022, and we made it happen. And it was a concerted effort on both sides. So aligning schedules is very important. And you know, man, I just really love it. I'm so proud of the video. I really am so proud of it, and it made a lot of sense. I mean, it just made sense. You know, if with anybody else, it would not be what it is, and you know, it just felt like the right timing, and it is the right timing.
What you see is what you get. All right, guys, together on the scale of one raised eyebrow to raised eyebrow with intense stare, how would you rate the amount of fun you had making the video?
Oh, 10 out of 10, I would say 100. We had so much fun. Yeah. Unscripted down there just outside of Dallas in Mesquite. We had an amazing truck, cutting donuts, a couple little drinks. He was doing Mountain Dew. I was doing something else. And it was an amazing time.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations, Chris.
I would rate it 1,000, by the way, not to one-up him, but I would rate it 1,000. I think it was just fabulous from start to finish. And we know we only scripted an hour.
Wow.
And we went off script for like over 2 hours because, like, who, you know, what are they going to start without us? You know what I'm saying? So we were having a ball. We were having a ball. And I really appreciate you being here with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
both.
so much.